Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Bust'n Boltz. On today's episode, we're gonna see what we can't break on the old Chevrolet. Alrighty, so I figured today we'll do an oil change on the old Silverado. I think it's only been about 75,000 miles since the last oil change, so it's a little early. But hey, regular maintenance is key to keeping your engine running in tip-top condition. So I figured today we'll be using one of my favorite oils, the Valvoline, proven to maximize engine life. I mean, it says it right there. And then to go along with this, I decided to use a, oh my God, what is that? Whew, that was close. This AC Delco oil filter. I always like to go with OEM. So here's a little silly thing I've always liked to do too before draining on the oil. I like to remove the oil cap. I don't know, maybe it helps the flow a little better. Just always kind of done it. Like to place it somewhere where you know you aren't going to lose it. I also like to remove the dipstick, just because I think it might help a little more flow. Alrighty guys, so now we've scooted under the truck. Now I had to put it up on vehicle ramps because, man, I tell you what, these two-wheel drive Silverados, they sit squatty. I mean, you almost can't even get a jack under the frame. Alrighty, so camera placement down here is not ideal, but I hope I found a pretty decent spot that you guys can see. Right here is the bolt we're gonna have to bust out. Is a 13mm. The idea is, if we pull that out, the oil should come flowing out of here and shrink on down into there. So let's do it. Woo. Alright guys, so I thought I'd bring you up top here real quick to show you something else I like to do. Now whether this helps or not, I don't know, but it makes me feel a little better. Once you start to get little drips down there, I like to take just a little bit more of your new oil here. Just go ahead and give her like a half quart, quarter quart, half quart, something like that. And let that finish dripping out. I just kind of feel like it gets that last little bit of gunk out of the bottom. Well, how are we looking down here, guys? Alrighty. Where did I put that bolt at? Does anybody know? Oh, here it is. Alrighty. So now that we are pretty much done draining our oil, I don't know if this has a magnetic tip on it or not. If it does, it's pretty clean, but I don't think it does. Oh, would you look at that? It is magnetic. Well then, that's cool. Well, tip of that's pretty clean. So that's good to know. Go ahead and put this back in. Finger tight. Perfect. I'm just kidding. Let's see here. Alright. Now typically you want to use the biggest impact gun you can on these, but I'm just going to use the palm of my hand. Oh yeah. Oil change. Well, I guess we gotta do our oil filter next. It's not too far off from where we just did this. It's kind of like right here. Now typically I put these on somewhat hand tight, but then by the time you get to it to do your oil change again, it's usually so tight you can't get it, but I'll try it. It's in a little bit of an awkward spot. Ooh. So, alright, I'm gonna have to go get a big boy tool. I'll be back. Alrighty. I love crawling on the ground. Okay. Oh, alright, so I got one of these little things. Actually, I have no idea what it's called besides an oil filter remover tool. Just put a little 3/8 extension on there, 3/8 drive, and as you turn it left, it crunks on there. Or if you're trying to torque one on there, which I do not recommend, it'll also torque one on. Where's my... I guess it's right here. Alright. Okay, we are going for lefty loosey. Alrighty. And, oh my god, I did not put it on that tight. I swear. Wow. Okay. Why? Oh, okay. Weird. I think maybe I was binding on something I can't see from over here. Let me move everything over. Make sure we actually catch the Earl. Alrighty. And here we go. Are they just beeping at me? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just, yeah, the way I like it. Okay, there we go. Thought the threads were never gonna end. You know, this was a nice shirt when I bought it. Alright, we'll let that drain for a minute, and while we're doing that, I always like to pre-lube the filter a little bit. And it's real nice on these Chevrolets because of how they're actually straight up, like a Ford that's kind of like sideways for whatever reason. Alright, let's go do that. Alright, so take a wee little bit of this. Just need to dump a little bit in there. Something like that. Take a little dab on your finger. Kind of lube up the seal just a little bit. And it looks like I put a little more in there. Alright. And we'll call that good. We'll go put it on. Alrighty, back out of the truck. We are ready to install our new oil filter. But something I did forget to mention. I picked this up from another really good mechanic. So he always mentions to write your mileage down on your oil filters. Very clever, very smart idea. You can never forget that way. As you can see, this is was done at 252,000. Right now the truck has 258,000. So it's been about 6,000 miles. That's probably honestly borderline. If you really care about maintenance. But not awful. That's right. Also, I need to clean the area up here. I can't really see it, so you guys are gonna have to let me know if it looks good. Yeah. Alrighty, how's that look, guys? Does it look alright? I'm gonna have to take your word for it. Alright, very important to try to not cross-thread this. Make sure it's threading on pretty good. There we go. Alrighty. But they're kind of snug. Now it's so oily and slippery, I am going to have to actually use this little tool. But you don't have to use all your might to get these on there. Right. I guess I can move this now. There we go. Now I can see. I'm gonna call that pretty good. I'm not really putting a lot of force. Just want to get it a little snug up there. Most important thing is you just don't want it to leak. Alrighty, this should be it down here. Hey, look at this mess. Who did that? Alrighty guys, now that we have definitely over-torqued our oil pan bolt and made sure that oil filter ain't never come back off, it's time to put some oil in it. Now this specific make, model, year of 5.3 requires apparently 6 quarts of oil. So I'll just go ahead and dump this whole 5 quarts in there, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we got our 5 quarts in, but I'm going to go ahead and dump just a wee little bit more. Let's say somewhere around there. Alrighty, so before we back this truck off the ramps, I do want to put my oil cap back on, which is conveniently still placed right here. Yeah. Also, we need to put the dipstick in. And we'll give it off the ramps. Alright, so now we are off the ramps on a level surface. Let the truck set a good minute to make sure all the oil trickles back down into the pan. Let's give it a check. I'm expecting to put a little in there because remember, I only put about 5.5 quarts roughly. Yeah, just a little bit. What do you guys think? Just a little bit. So, let's top her off. That's probably not enough. Check. Double check. I mean, I think we're right on the money. What? Yeah, there it is. You know, sometimes you have to go lefty-loosey to go righty-tighty. Well, guys, I would say that was a job well-ish done. But we're not totally done yet. I do still gotta do the tire rotation. Honestly, almost forgot about that. But we'll get it done. Alrighty, so I know there's a few different formulas for rotating tires, but one of my favorites has been just take the rear tires straight forward and then crisscross the fronts to the rear, meaning, so I'd take the driver's side front, put it on the passenger rear, and I'd take this passenger side front and put it on the driver's side rear. So yeah, let's get started. She ain't going nowhere. Alright, something else that's a good idea to do while you're right here with your tires off, just kind of, you know, look at your brakes. Make sure they're still there. Look at some other stuff. Sometimes it doesn't hurt to, you know, seems tight. Well, for the life of me, I cannot find my torque wrench anywhere, but that's fine. I'll just use this solid bar and over torque it. And just wing it, it'll be fine. Well guys, it's starting to get dark and pretty quickly. But yeah, that's that. We did the tire rotation, we did the oil change. I guess that's all we did. How'd that take 7 hours? Well, that's right. I get paid by the hour, so it don't matter. But yeah, appreciate you guys, whoever's still watching right now. If you enjoyed this at all, please consider subbing, give me a like, leave me a comment. Let me know if you enjoy this type of content, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.